In this video, I'm gonna teach you how to build a community around your brand. Now, when it comes to building a brand, that's one thing, right? But building a community, I would say, is the next step for many people who have a personal brand and want to go in that direction where they can build something meaningful and have an entire community of people that are being positively impacted by their brand. So first of all, let's go ahead and get started and talk about what a personal brand is. So when you built a personal brand, or maybe it's a company, right? You have certain things that you stand for and certain things that you don't stand for. And as you become more successful, one of the things to realize is that it's not so much what you are. You don't want to be everything, right? You want to be more identified by what you are not, right? So let's say you have 100 different things that you could do. As a brand that knows its identity, you should be saying no to 80 to 90% of the opportunities that you have. There's 100 things you can do. You say no to 80 or 90 of them, and you're left with, let's say, 10. These 10 things, what's left over is actually your brand. That's your brand identity. And so it's less about associating with people or brands at that point. It's more about disassociating. And so it's a really, really cool thing that can then be built into a community. So number one, you have your brand. This is who you are. This is what you do. This is what you don't do, right? And then secondly, there has to be some sort of educational or life improvement aspect, right? Let's say you're a brand that does raw honey, right? Okay, so you create these wonderful little packages of raw honey that you send out to your customers, and they love you, and maybe their health is improved, right? They have all these different things, and so they start experiencing results. Now, it doesn't have to be food related. It can also be something business related. Let's say you're teaching people how to scale their business. So now you have this valuable thing that you're providing to the marketplace. And you potentially are doing this for free, or maybe you're selling a masterclass, or maybe you're speaking at live events, maybe you're speaking on podcasts. All these different things are important, right? But you are creating something valuable, and this life improvement variable is very, very important to this whole thing, because if you're just attracting a ton of people, right, and then these people aren't being benefited in some way, it becomes a little bit difficult to build the community aspect of it. And I'll explain why in just a second, because the next step after you've created something that's valuable, you have all this output, you have all this content, you have whatever it might be. The next step of that is you find people who are championing your product. So let's go back to the raw honey example. Wow, my health improved so much because I started eating raw honey every morning. And you need to think about who these people could potentially be. You're not targeting everybody, right? You're targeting very specific people. Not everybody wants to eat raw honey. Like, for example, I like raw honey. I would eat raw honey. I didn't really like honey growing up, but now I do. And I think that your message of improved health and improved lifestyle through raw honey is going to resonate with a very specific group of people. These are probably your biohackers, people who are very health conscious, health influencers, right? You need these people to become the champions of your product. They're going to be champions out in the marketplace and bringing more awareness and more people to try your product. Maybe it's something that's business related. So if you're helping people scale their business, you're going to find a couple people that you can really, really apply your methods to and your teaching to, and it's just going to work amazingly well. It's not going to work the same for everybody, right? Because there's also like many other factors. There's funding, there's their motivation, their work ethic. All these different things are very important. Their consistency. If they're inconsistent with their business and they have all the money in the world and everything else, but if they're inconsistent, they're probably not going to succeed. And so no matter how good your product is, you can't help people like that. But you need to find the people who are consistent, who are willing to put in the work and are actively doing it. And so from there, you have these people who have experienced massive success with you, and they become your champions in the marketplace. So the next step of that is these champions typically have micro communities, is what I call it, right? So maybe they're part of a mastermind, maybe they're part of certain networking events, maybe they do certain things that expose them to other people like them, right? They have their little tribe. And so in their tribe, they're going to be championing you, and that's going to bring in more people that are trying your product, trying your services, and they're experiencing results. And so this is kind of where the community is born, right? You've built up all your champions, you have something solid that you're delivering, And on top of that, you are now able to create a bit of a community. So these champions, they're people who could potentially be part of your team, right? They're part of your internal team. And so as part of your internal team, because they've achieved success, they get a couple benefits out of this. Number one, they get recognition, right? So they get the title, whatever it might be. They get maybe some sort of benefit of additional help from you, right? Maybe it's they get free honey every month or something, or they get to spend some time with you. They get to come see the bees. They get to see the beehives and where the honey is made. Or maybe in the business application, they get to spend an extra Zoom call with you every week or every month, and they get to learn more from you. But now these champions, because of the success that they've achieved, they would probably be willing to help you grow this community. And so how do you grow the community? Well, remember those micro communities, those tribes that we had? You bring them all together on one platform. So the community is created when it becomes united on one platform, whatever that might be. It might be Instagram, might be school, might be Circle, whatever it is. You bring this community together, and now they can interact with each other. And so having this community of people that can interact with each other is really valuable, because you have these people who achieve massive success. They're not only great testimonials for you, but they're also going to be able to help others be more successful. So it literally helps you because they're helping other people be more successful in your program as well. Somebody that's already figured it out is helping the new person be successful with what you have to offer, right? And so naturally, that's going to spread the word even more, because now instead of you having, let's say, 5 champions, now there's like 20 people that have really crushed it with whatever you have. Maybe their health has improved so significantly because of your honey, or maybe they have achieved massive business success because of your scaling education or service, right? This paints a picture for your cold audience. Then if people are just finding out about you for the first time and they see all these people being successful with it, they see all these people seeing results, right? They're going to want a part of that too. And so this is how you build a community. And then of course you have like moderators and stuff like that. It's great to have Q&A sessions. And building that community is really powerful because it helps the people be more successful. And in turn, it kind of takes some of that load off of you, because now you have your champions and the people that are the most successful in the community helping other people as well. And so people love to give back, and on top of that, they get some recognition for it. So that's usually a huge driver for people like that. And it allows them to give back to the community and help others see success as well. So guys, that's how I would build a community around a personal brand. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.